A closing is your final opportunity to connect with your audience and cement your message. Similar to the grand finale of a fireworks show, it should leave your audience saying, "Wow." An effective closing summarizes your main points, reinforces your message, and calls your audience to think, feel, or act. Even a fantastic speech can seem incomplete or be forgotten without a strong close. A great speech builds tension in the audience, and without a good closing, that audience may remain tense and restless. It is your job as the speaker that you resolve the tension and leave the audience feeling relaxed. One of the best ways to close your speech is by summarizing your main points. Recapping helps reinforce your message and ensures your audience walks away with clear understanding of what you've said. It is possible that your speech had lots of examples and stories that you used to build your point. And while they're useful, they can also result in the audience losing track of the main point. Use concise language to briefly revisit each key point to create a cohesive and compelling narrative. This method works well for informative speeches where clarity and comprehension are essential. Today, we have discussed the reasons why it is so important to engage in sustainable business practices. This is the best way to save money, make more profit, enhance one's brand image, and improve customer loyalty. Using these strategies means helping our companies and a healthier planet for future generations. A call to action is the perfect way to end a persuasive speech, through which you clearly ask your audience to do something specific based on the information provided. This could be anything from changing a habit to the support of a cause or to the beginning of a new plan. Make sure your call to action is clear, interesting, and easy to understand. I challenge all of you today to take one small step towards being more sustainable in your business. This could be reducing waste, use of renewable energy, or support of fair suppliers. Let's promise to make a change starting now. Another impactful way of ending your speech is by adding a relevant quote or proverb, which adds a touch of wisdom and authority to your closing. Choose a quote that encapsulates your main message or provides a final thought for your audience to ponder upon. This technique works well for speeches that aim to inspire or provoke deep reflection. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, "Be the change you wish to see in the world." Let's take these words to heart and lead by example in our pursuit of sustainable business practices. If you want your audience to remember what you said, then you should end your speech with a personal story or an example. Usually people will remember the story for a long time, since it is personal, but general information often gets forgotten easily. But make sure to choose a story that has a connection to your main message. Let me narrate to you the story of a small-time businesswoman I met last year who opted for biodegradable packaging. This is not only a decision that saved her money, but also attracted a large number of customers who were proud that at least someone cared about the environment. Just goes on to show that even the smallest change can make a big difference. Ending your speech with thoughtful questions makes your audience think deeply about your message and what it means. This approach works best when making a persuasive talk aimed at changing the way people perceive certain things or when calling for action. Ensure that your question provokes and is closely linked to the main idea of your speech. As you leave today, I ask you to take one thing along with you. What is the kind of world we would like to leave behind for our children and grandkids? And what can we do today to make such a world a reality? The circular conclusion takes your speech back to the beginning so that the audience gets a sense of closure and fulfillment. The elements you hit at the beginning threads an important message throughout your speech and leaves your audience feeling one. This is very effective with speeches that hold a story or a theme. Remember the story I said at the outset about the village that changed by using sustainable practices? Well, that story is not just about one village. It is about the fact that change can occur anywhere. Let us be the village that shows others how to do it. Crafting a memorable closing is an art that can elevate your speech from good to great. The techniques discussed in the lecture, like recapping, call to action, quotes, stories, reflective questions, and circular conclusions, are the best way to ensure your message stays with your audience long after your speech is over. Thank you for joining me in this course, and I hope the course helped you to overcome your fear of public speaking.